This from Pro Football Focus. Trevor Sikkema, 7-round mock draft at 54. He has the Browns selecting Keon Coleman, wide receiver from Florida State, an impressive 6'4", 215-pound athlete who enjoys getting physical with cornerbacks as he constantly catches pass through contact. Didn't have great 40 time, so he's fallen down some boards. 85, Dominic Pooney, offensive tackle from Kansas. First season with the Jayhawks was left guard. Pooney displayed bad posture, poor pad level. That made him susceptible to rushers and didn't allow him to really maintain blocks. Posture was better in 2023 as a left tackle. And although he was still standing taller than preferred, conscious of leverage, dropped his pad level before contact. So Pooney's a guy who has been connected with the Browns in a lot of mock drafts. Jeff, when you look at Coleman and Pooney, what do you think?
Well, Coleman, I really like. And look, everybody wants to talk about the Northeast and obviously the AFC North and playing in elements. And look, Keon Coleman, there's just not a lot of separation in his routes. But at 6'4", 215 pounds, you don't necessarily need a lot of separation. He can run drags, he can run posts, he can run slants, he can run square ins. And the other thing is he has really good yard after catch ability. Last year, Florida State was in a pinch late in the season. They didn't really have a punt returner. And it's kind of odd that you look at the 6'4", 215-pound guy and say, hey, let's give him a shot. But he had a bunch of big-time returns, had a huge one against Miami that ended up sealing the victory over the Hurricanes. Kind of brings a bigger physical presence to that wide receiver room. Look, none of these guys are really over 200 pounds. Coop is listed at 200. I don't know if anybody believes Amari Cooper is legit 200. Judy, we know, is under 200. We know Elijah Moore is under 200. Cedric Tillman is obviously a bigger receiver. Keon Coleman's fun. Offensive line, I think it's all about your flavor. And who you like. I mean, me personally, there's a Blake Fisher at Notre Dame. I just like the feistiness. I just like the drive. He's just a mean old cuss. He's only 21 years old, but he's always got that grumpy old man to him already. Roger Rosengarten, just a bigger, longer guy. When I talk about Fisher, I talk about Rosengarten. Both of these guys could have been left tackles at their respective universities, but both of them were playing with guys who were left tackles that are probably going to be drafted in the first round. You're not going to beat that guy out as the younger guy in the room, essentially. Both are really good players. Both have high futures, have high ceilings. Pooney as well. But the other thing is Pooney, it took a while to gravitate. Now, you went to guard, then you moved out. I mean, the whole process for him, it's a little bit interesting. There's some guys I prefer. I do love Trevor Sikkema's work. But there's guys I just prefer at that spot. But again, it may be something that we're not sure of here. It's kind of hard to read the tea leaves when you have a brand new offensive line coach. We've had the same guy that we've been watching players and understanding what Bill Callahan likes for 4 years. Now it is a new guy. It's a whole different thing. They're going to get him a guy or two. I know that. But we don't really necessarily know what his flavor of choice is just yet.